Hello and welcome to HA's BBC Schools News Report. I'm Ellis.
And I'm Adriana. Coming up next, a special interview with the head teacher, Mr. Kinison, and the head chef.
And our correspondents at Gardening Club and Drop Down Day.
We will also be talking about Brexit and how it affects young people and their well-being. Students have completed a survey about the school dinners and how they really feel about them. From the results we've gathered, we decided to interview Mr. Kinison.
How do you feel about what the Academy has to offer food-wise?
Well, I feel very happy. I think one of the things is about, as you said from your survey, is about the choices that the students have, and the standards are very high. I set very high standards, not just for learning, but for all aspects of the academy. If young people are going to be learning at the best of their ability, they need to have access and good quality food during the day, especially at lunchtime. We provide sandwiches and salads and a full range that very high uptake from the students means that it's really well valued and it's a very good standard. That's what young people need, brain food. It's not just food for learning, but it's about life, it's about growth, and it's an important aspect of who and what we are.
What is your position on packed lunches?
When you have packed lunches, you'll have variations, and therefore it becomes very difficult to ensure that a very high quality and standard that we can set out. You don't have fizzy drinks with inappropriate sugars, and we don't have kind of high fat content meals. We have a good balanced diet, and I think that's really important for young people to understand that, as well as actually the physical health that they will actually go through.
After interviewing Mr. Kinison, we also decided to interview the head chef to get more detail about how healthy the school dinners really are.
How do you feel about the food that the Academy has to offer?
Well, obviously I'm very pleased with it. I think there's terrific variety, some healthy options, and in general the feedback that I get from both the staff and the kids is that they like it very much.
Do you think that a healthy meal at lunch is important to mental health and well-being for a HA student?
I think it's entirely important. I mean, I think that a good meal helps people's concentration. Very often, I guess some students probably don't eat a hot meal at home. We have a huge amount of students here that do eat a hot meal, and I think it's very, very important.
Other questions that I raised was that many students complained that towards the end of lunchtime, when many still hadn't arrived from lessons, the portions and variety of food dropped severely. What would you say to these students who feel quite strongly on this issue?
Yeah, I mean, we have done our best to address that problem. There's a couple of points really. It can be very difficult to assess how many people are going to eat on any particular day, and factors like weather can sometimes mean that you get far more people than you ordinarily would do. In general, we are now trying to increase the amount so that doesn't happen. The other thing that you have to balance and think of is that we don't actually want to be throwing away lots of food either. So it's quite a difficult equation to balance, but we like to think we're doing our best to do so.
And now we'll be going over to our Brexit correspondent, Artura.
And Artura will be talking to Brexit expert Alex.
If you were able to vote for Brexit, what would you vote and why?
If I were able to vote for Brexit, I would definitely vote no. It's because I believed that leaving the UK would make a lot of things in the UK more difficult.
What is your view on only being able to vote for matters like this over the age of 18? Do you think you are mature enough to make that decision?
I do believe that most people are mature enough to vote, but I can see why people would want it to be only adults voting.
How do you think Brexit will affect you in terms of well-being in the future?
Well, one of the main reasons is since the value of the pound went down, it means it will be more difficult to get a good meal or a job or to travel.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Artura and Alex.
Now over to our garden correspondent, Alex.
Hello, thank you Adriana and Ellis. Here we are in Gardening Club at tutor time. So, as you can see here we have our floral beds and the gardening club, and there's a new chicken coop for the chickens.
Hello, we are joined here with our gardening student Ali. And Ali, what do you enjoy the most about gardening club?
I enjoy working with older students and also younger students like sixth formers because you can communicate with them. You can't communicate with them like inside the school as your mind's on like learning and stuff, so we can talk.
Hello, we are joined here with a gardening club student, Alfie. And Alfie, what is your favourite part of gardening?
Well, it's like a good way to like de-stress myself out of like lessons because I'm busy right now with like lots of coursework, so it's good to relax and kind of take a break and think about it.
And as a sixth former, how do you feel with the younger students, and how do they impact you in gardening club?
Well, they help around a lot certainly, and it's like it makes it easier to do like bigger stuff. So like we're building like that area over there, and it helps that they're dealing with like the small things that we have to do.
And what's your favourite part in gardening club?
My favourite part is also helping the environment, as before there was nothing here. Now there's like nearly over hundreds of plants over here that we're growing, and we also sell them.
Thank you very much for that report on gardening and well-being.
Now over to the Drop Down Day correspondent, Kamar.
This week we have devoted to mental health and being week. Due to this, our school decided to have a drop-down day, or a day with no timetable lessons, to have several workshops about mental health and well-being. It was performed everywhere around the academy according to the activity that you were doing. This was proceeded at 15th of March 2017. We did this because of the upcoming events for some of our school years. For an example, Year 8 have had some GCSE taster sessions. We used these activities as an advantage so that those who have life-changing decisions can release their stress and empty their minds, because these workshops will mainly focus on mindfulness and a healthy diet.
That was HATV School Report. Thank you for watching.